Hey there, it's Big Tony over here at NATG, coming at you with a little beacon rush action. We are on the Abyss map, and this is more live commentary gameplay. I saw someone post once that why aren't there more tutorials made in the game? And you know what? It's been a while since I've done a tutorial, so I think we're going to do, I'm not going to say top 5, top 10. I'm just going to say I'm going to give my top tips as far as, what a player needs to do in this game to be successful. So that's as close to a tutorial as I'm going to get today. I think a lot of folks have been, not doing a lot of tutorials because the game is rather, it's old, and there's a lot of old, actually very good tutorials out there. It's just, I think there's a lot of folks who just don't get into that anymore because, of course, the, like I said, the game is pretty old. So let's get in the phase shift here. Let's go ahead and hop back. We're going to take this as a tutorial. Like I said, we're going to be looking at some of my top tips here. And one of them is not getting blown up. We're going to make this funny. And, of course, I got cats all over the place here. So let's close the door again. It's like my cats get anxiety when they're not the center of everyone's attention. All right, let's go ahead and start with one of my top tips about playing this game. Practice. Go out here, practice. Just play. Go out here and have fun. I mean, seriously, you can't get any more basic than that. I honestly think that until a person goes out there and plays several hundred games, you're really not going to be super proficient at this game until then. So just go out there and have fun, and then after that you can start looking at technical things, little things you can do to make your gameplay better. But let's go ahead and this is like a good fun match right here. I'm not going to call it practice, as this game does have consequence. I'm looking at trying to get together resources. I'm grinding my resources out. But tip number 1, practice. Okay, now let's get into the actual technical, the tactics style tips that I can give. One of the biggest things is a skill that you can develop, and that is situational awareness. Like, I am aware that I am not going to do well against this Bedweir, so I'm going to get behind cover here and take a position of safety. So, situational awareness, that's part of it. Now, since we don't have a radar screen where we can see all of the bots, you have to do this. You need to be scrolling around, and you need to be looking everywhere. You'd be looking for the targets here. You're going to be looking where there are new targets to go after. Always try to be looking around on the battlefield. That way you can, so you can see what's coming, and you can kind of make your plans for retreats and things like that. So make sure you're looking around, and that's kind of your situational awareness. Now let's go ahead and I need to wait just a couple more seconds here and I can jump. I got Titans all over the place, and I need to get a kill here. So let's go ahead and work on this guy right here, and boom, there's the kill, and we got an Ophion right here. Next thing I can tell you guys is know your bots. I know this is a Raptor. I know that it can take a lot of damage. I know it's very tankitude, so I know I can get myself into these kind of dynamically sticky situations like I'm in right now, and I can actually make it through. So you got to know what your bots are. You got to know what their special abilities are, what their vulnerabilities are, and that comes with practice. Going out there and practicing with those bots. That's the best way to do it. And of course, if you don't get a chance to actually play your bots a lot, at least watch videos on them. Go out there and find there are some really fantastic content creators out there. Some of them are with the program, and some of them are not. But there are some absolutely dynamic players out there, and you can learn a lot from them. So that's my second tip. Situational awareness, knowing your bots, and the next, of course, is this is just common sense. Know your weapons. Know how much damage your weapons do, what kind of damage they do, and their ranges. Specifically know their ranges, because that can make a huge impact on the game. Because if you're shooting from too far away, you're not getting, you're not going to be doing any damage. And of course, if you're too close, you might get taken out. You're not using the effective range of that particular bot. Come on. And come on. Oh, nice, Titan Slayer. So that's something you need to know. Know your bots, know your know your weapons, situational awareness, practice. And now let's move on to the next one. These are just, roundabout tips, guys. Know your maps. And this comes back to practice, guys. You really need to know where the places are where you can hide on the map. You need to know where you can jump to for safety, where you're going to end up, like I'm making a leap here, trying to get out of this guy's range. I'm going to drop right behind here because I know there's a building right there. I can use that as line of sight protection. And of course I can set up some nice ambushes from here. So know your maps. Know where those little, little tiny, crevices are. Those little places you can hide for protection, where you can break the line of sight from your enemy. And that's actually a pretty huge thing. And of course, even if you know the map, of course your opponents will get to know the map as well, and they will definitely take it to their advantage. So let's go ahead and drop my third raptor here. This is a close range raptor, and this is knowing my weapons. I know that I got my Tesla guns on here, so I know these are close range. I don't necessarily need to even have to really aim, just be in the general right direction. So I know that this is how I'm going to be using them, which is super aggressive. And that's that's just, knowing how to use my specifics in the game there. All right, there we go. That is my first match down. It was a defeat. I wish I could have showed you guys a victory, but I discussed some really solid tips there. Practice. Get out there, build yourself a hangar, and practice. We could talk about hangar building. That could be a whole nother video. But get out there and practice. Situational awareness. Look around in the game. Make sure you are watching what's going on, because you need to know where everyone's at, what they're doing, what kind of targets you're going after. And, that's huge. Situational awareness, knowing how to avoid a trap or an ambush. And then you've got, of course, knowing your bot, know what your bot is capable of, knowing how many hit points it has, what its special abilities are, what it's going to be vulnerable to. And then that is a huge thing. And know your weapons, because the weapons are a huge component, too, of how you're going to be playing. Are these short-range weapons, long-range weapons? Are these weapons that will go through shields? Are they not going to go through shields? What kind of bots are they going to be good against? You got to learn all of that. And, of course, that really all boils down to practice. Okay, and, of course, knowing your maps. You got to know your maps and get out there and practice. Even if it's you can't play a real game, get into custom games and just get on the maps and explore the maps. Look them out. That is going to be a huge impactor as far as helping you get into the game and being effective out there. So let's go ahead and hop into another match here. There's a lot of different tips I could tell you guys. I mean, those are your primary basic ones right there. Tactics. You guys should really learn some basic tactics. I mean, that's what you had up there, is just learning the structure of the game. Now you should, have you learn how to set up your, your control pad, your user interface, so that it works well for you. And you can see how mine's set up. So I have a big open spot where I can use my thumb to slide around on there. Savage F-U, okie dokie. That's a name. Well, you got to learn how to go forward, go back, how to turn, run at the same time. That takes practice. When to jump, if your bot can jump. Knowing how to use its special abilities. Sometimes you can teleport. Some of them have shielding. You got to really learn the specifics, and that's learning your bot. But learning how to use your special tactics. Ooh, what we got right there? We've got ourselves. We got ourselves. It looks like a Spectre. Good. He is behind cover there, but he's not going to be able to cover himself completely. Oh, no, it's an ultimate bulk. Sorry, I thought it was a Spectre. Because I can pound on that shield all day long. I'm not going to do much damage to it. I need him to face the other way. So, man, get a shot at him. He was behind cover there. He knows how to use his cover. So I'm going to get over here because he's got shock trains. And I know the limitations of the shock trains is that is a direct fire weapon. He has to be aiming at me to make this work, or hit a target close to me so it can ricochet into me. So I'm not going to be too close to anyone. There you go. Oh, just like that. See, trying to make a quick dash. I was kind of hoping he wasn't paying attention. His situational awareness was quite good. He was watching what I was doing. Let's go ahead and drop a tank in on this one. Let's see if we can't clear this out. Now, this one here I know can take a few hits. So I'm going to use this to help clear the beacon if I can. That's actually, these guys already cleaned it up before I even got into it. That works. That's part of situational awareness as well. Know where your teammates are and what they're doing. Oh, wow, he got just absolutely hammered by the shock train. So let's go ahead. What we got over here? I don't want to sit there and pound against that ultimate Bulgasauri with this, but I will go up and pound ultimate Fenrir versus Fenrir. I already know where this is going. This is knowing your bots. I know that there's not much that can really stand toe-to-toe with this, so I know I can go brawl against just about anything, Titans and anything with this. Now, if you're running a standard Fenrir, you kind of have to know what you're going up against. And of course, you see things like the ultimate Bulgasauri up there. You already know that thing is going to be just about indestructible. Now, here's knowing your weapon range. And of course, I should have reloaded. Know your weapons. Do as I say sometimes, not necessarily as I do. Let's go ahead and know your weapon range. This guy here is effective weapons. He's running shotguns here. His effective range is actually about 200 meters. I mean, he'll hit me from that distance, but he's not going to be very effective. Whereas with my Punisher Ts, I'm more effective at 300 meters than he is. So I can sit here and just kind of pepper him. And I'm just dancing around. And this is another tactical tip I can give you guys. See this little S pattern I'm doing? Always be moving like this, because it actually helps you avoid some damage. It helps you avoid some of the impact on when people are firing on you. And that is much better than being just a static, still target. So, oh, that was brutal. Okay, so we got that, the assist in and out. So using an S pattern to move is always a good thing. Use that in conjunction with your concealment cover. Like, there's no reason for me to stand out in the open and wait for this guy to, just chew on me until he drops. He's got a siren. He's in range, so I can now chew on him. He is out in the open. See, he dropped in a position where, he was going to be very vulnerable. So that makes him an easier target. Now, he does have a reflector, but he's very beat up, so I'm not too concerned about the damage coming back. I know what his bot can do. I know what my bot can do. So I can sit there and just work on him and pound him out. Now, if I had very little hit points left and tried that, it might not be a good idea. Okay, we got ourselves a flamethrower up here. Now, this is a bot or a Titan that will actually give me a run for the money here. That is a pretty tough beast right there. And so I'm going to have to work on him a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to get back behind here, use this for a little bit of cover here, because I'm aware that there are 3 bots up there, and that is actually going to be pretty tough for me to handle, even with an ultimate Fenrir. But let's go ahead and move back here. We got Joe coming at it. He's pushing it hard here. So I'm going to kind of do the little S pattern. See, he's missing me a little bit with the flames there. That is, that's just good tactics right there. That's how you keep your bots alive a little longer. So I'm going to work my way up. Let's go ahead and force the situation. Let's go ahead and get out of the open here and get myself behind a little cover. Force them to come to me. Still he's able to get me. That Fenrir there, that ultimate Fenrir, is very tough, and I made it last, considering the firepower that was coming in, I made it last pretty good. Now let's go ahead and deploy a little farther away. Now this is something else. If you're in Beacon Rush, you're going to want to, use the bot that you have. Like this one here's a more of a long-range Titan here. So I want to do this from a distance. So I want to hit targets. There's Joe right there. Once he comes out of stealth, I want to hit him. And give him the love. Boom. 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 There we go. Yeah, he's sitting right inside there. Even if he's inside, I know I can hit him. I'm just going to keep cutting the pie here, making sure my angle stays good. Let's go ahead and jump over here. We can get a shot on him. Maybe. Boom. Not quite. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of Papa Nibbles up here. Hit him with the bow once. Maybe twice. There we go. And someone got Joe down there. That's good. That's moving us in a good direction. But let's go ahead. This is a tactic I had to learn, is how to use the Bergslier here. This is actually kind of, his jump is so counterintuitive since you have to face the opposite way you're going to jump. Makes it really tough. Oh, here we go. China Joe's got an ultimate Fenrir. Let's go ahead and hit him. We're gonna have to get some distance between me and him. That's a brawler build. Whereas, this particular Titan I'm running is potent, but it's not necessarily a brawler. So let's go ahead and get an angle on him. I can just chew on him. Now once he steps out, I'm going to hit him with the bow. Boom. Oh, no, no. Oh, there's a tight. I can hit him. Boom, boom. Okay, get down, 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 down on target. And definitely learn how to use your targeting system. Because the targeting system in this game is wonky. And this comes with practice. Learn how to get your, the best angles in where you can. Okay, give you a little love. Boom. Fine, you want to hit me? I'll hit you a few times. How's that? Let's go ahead and move back here. And I'm going to land right behind this little chunk of cover here. And I'm going to get a little angle on Joe there. And now I can shoot at him from the protection of cover. He's charging forward, so I got 3 shots on. Boom, boom, boom. And more than likely, this guy here has the unstable conduit, which means he is just absolutely spamming the healing. If anything, I'm going to at least cost him a whole bunch of power cells. And that is going to be, I'm going to make him, earn his victory if he wants it. Boom. Let's go ahead and go this way. Yep, we're going to kind of outdance you. It's really funny when this Titan actually is more maneuverable than he is. So let's go ahead and use the Discordias. I can angle this over. Oh no, okay, fine. Boom. I'm going to hit you as well. There you go, boom. We're going to just kind of mop the floor with him a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the shot on him with the bow. And I got someone shooting at me from the side here, but I really want to focus on getting Joe off the battlefield there if I can. Let's go ahead and someone's throwing hurricanes my way. There we go. We're hitting him. Oh, I can give him a little love right there as well. He's in range. Just going to jump, hit him with the bow in the air. Got a raptor sitting right there. Now, I know that's going to be a beast. That's something that, between that ultimate Fenrir and that raptor, we got 2 high priority targets. Oh, there's a target down there, though. Let's go, boom, boom, boom. Let's go ahead. He's jumping my way. I'm going to hit him in flight. I'll get a little bit of reflector damage back on this. Oh, I jumped back. Yep, I was just not quite paying attention when it was directly behind me. And there we go. We took the defeat. It's sometimes you can do everything tactically correct, and you might not win. I mean, that's the brutal reality of it. I got 13.6 million points of damage there. I was really hitting him hard out there. Only got 5 kills in the deal, and that's because I was inflicting a lot of damage, especially on that ultimate Fenrir. Let's go ahead and take a look here. And you can see, yeah, no droppers. It was a good match. And you can look at Joe over here. iOS player, 11,000 points. And I want to take a look at his ultimate Fenrir real quick. There we go. That's his hanger. That's pure meta right there. And especially between the ultimate Fenrir and the ultimate Bulgasari, you got a team with that combination on your side. It's going to be hard to defeat it unless you have that same kind of firepower. And he's riding the Pyro and Inferno Eiffel, which is kind of a standard. Now, I'm just looking here real quick. This guy here was using, I was looking at he's using Advanced Repair, but he is using the Pascal drones, which make him very, very tough. Now, I was kind of looking to see if it's going to be that little spatter pattern that shows me that he's using the unstable conduit. But Advanced Repair, along with the Pascal drone, is definitely a very usable and tough combination. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to hop into another match for you guys. We're going to do a couple more. We're going to talk a little bit more about tactics, maybe set up some ambushes and things like that. But this is not a, beginner's guide 101 to, I'm not going to be able to spell out absolutely everything you need to do to be successful in the game, but I'm just pointing out some little hints and tidbits here of information that might help you play a little better on the battlefield. Alrighty guys, let's hop into another one. Alrighty guys, here we go. We're going to hop into it. Ooh, here we go. Big open map. This will be entertaining. We're going to talk, this is actually a good spot to talk about my favorite topic in the game, and that is concealment and cover. And they're not mutually exclusive. They're not the exact same thing, and at times they are the same thing. Sometimes concealment can be cover, and sometimes cover is usually concealment. But cover is any structure item that'll break the line of sight and keep you from getting hit by direct fire weapons. And of course, concealment is anything that just hides you on the battlefield. And, you know, like right now, I'm using this little building up here as kind of concealment and cover. I'm keeping line of sight protection away. So this is both concealment and cover. So that's something to be mindful of. Now, if I'm running, I got a herd of players that I'm running with, and, you know, they are kind of obscuring the vision of what's going on. That's cover. Because I can still be hit, it's just they haven't seen me and they're not paying attention to me. And boom, there's a kill right there. Like, he was completely occupied looking at a person over there, so my concealment was actually the person who was hiding me by distracting me. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy right here. And, oh, come on, I wanted him. I'll take the beacon, but I wanted the kill as well. He's in range. Let's go ahead and hit this guy up here. Do a little damage to him with the curries. And then we got, there we go, there's a target. Goofball 33. Let's go ahead and kind of do a little bit of a structure. I'm not going to call it an ambush at this point, but I've got my curry weapons on front there, which kind of keep him pinned down. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to come around from the side here and hope my targeting system doesn't completely botch out on me. And we're going to do a circle. I did a circle motion to come around and hit him. He saw I was coming, so it's not an ambush. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get behind him, and that's called flanking. Because if you can flank a player and surprise them, I mean, I do believe you get a bit of a damage bump for, you know, a rear side attack on someone. But it really is good when you can, you know, flank them, get them by surprise, and get that first shot in. Now, here's a tactic I can point out. This is a little more advanced tactic. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. I need to drop my, come on, drop this. When you deal with these Shen Laos, you want to run in reverse. So that way he teleports right in front of you. That way I can drop my curry cannons right on him, and I can maybe get the shot that way. Okay, I'm kind of circled up here. I'm kind of in a bad situation. This is not the position you want to be in, which is, you know, with a lot of them versus just one of you. The only time you want to do that is if you're just trying to really kind of group up a bunch of players at a specific location to free up your team to clear out beacons in other locations. There's that Shen Lao again. Let's go ahead and spin on him. Now I'm going to get my back to the wall here so I can... So he can't quite teleport right in behind me. Now I'm going to move backwards. Let's go ahead and work on this guy right here. I'm going to use a little bit of concealment and cover here. I'm going to use this big structure here. Give me a chance to not take fire and reload. And once I'm fully reloaded, and this guy's special ability wears off, I can chew him up. And come on, and boom, there's a kill right there. Use the mothership. Now we will start back running again, because this guy's going to try to teleport in on me when he gets the chance. So let's go ahead and get ourselves... Yep, there he is. I was too close to the building, but I'm going to start moving backwards. He'll teleport right in front of me, so I don't have to spin too far to get him. Let's go ahead and use my healing ability. Now, definitely you want to get to know where your buttons are and kind of commit them to muscle memory. That is kind of a... Oh, shooting threw me through a wall, dude. That's brutal. I get the point, but you know what? Let's go ahead and we can get this guy. Come on, spin. But, oh yeah, definitely get committed to muscle memory where your buttons are so you don't even have to look at them. There we go. We finally got him out of there. Now, one thing about, you know, not in-game tactics, but on the screen tactics, moving around, I like to swipe my finger really quick. This is a tactic I picked up when I played Call of Duty Mobile. That's swiping to get yourself right to a specific target spot. These slower bots will take a second to track and catch up to it, but it'll get you in the right location really quick. And that's what you need to do sometimes. Let's go ahead and work on this target over here. He's kind of out in the open. Ooh, Raptor. Let's go ahead and break the line of fire. What do we got right there? Oh, you silly harpy. I've got an Ao Ming who's just in range up here. Let's go ahead and give him a little love. I've got a full loaded up magazine here, so I can sit here and pound on him. Let's go ahead and keep him in range here. And I'm just about out of ammo, and I'll take the assist. But let's get behind cover here, get some healing going, and you silly looking harpy. We've got a target over there. Is he stepping out? Now, here's a little tip too. Get up close to a building. Say you want to kind of look over and see what's going on. Just kind of slowly spin, and you can kind of look around the edge like that. That gives you a chance to see what's hiding behind there. That is kind of, I'm not going to say it's a cheat or an exploit, but it's kind of how the game is structured. It's something you can't do in real life, but it's something you can do in the game. You can kind of peer around corners a little bit to give you a chance to see where the enemy is so they don't get the jump on you. And that guy here, he must have that special pilot, so he uses the blast charge rockets. So here, we're going to hit you a little bit here. I'm going to shoot from under cover. You see that box right there? That is your targeting box. I mean, let's talk basics. You want to get your crosshairs right in the middle of that box if you want to hit your target. A lot of people are, especially when I first started a long time ago, it's like, yeah, I would throw a lot of random shots down the field, not necessarily be in the right position. But once you're inside that box, it's a lot easier to hit your target. Now I'm going to force this guy to go airborne. Now, since I've got this is just a tough bot, I've got damage mitigating weapons, I'm just going to chew on this guy a little bit. Because I can take the abuse. So that's knowing your bot, knowing what it can do, how much damage it can take. And oh man, now it's time for a little situational awareness. We lost our home beacon. And I also noticed that we are 3v5. That is not a good thing. So let's go ahead and throw some firepower down that way. It's a Revenant I see down there. That's our Revenant, actually. So let's go cap this. I see right over there. Now, this is another thing. I believe that's an Ultimate Fenrir. I was kind of watching, run up here. Yeah, he's got blast charge. Oh man, this is not a good spot to be in. So let's go ahead and move back. This is going to have to be a Titan kill, I think. And yeah, they're all dropping right here. If I could just get a few more kills to get myself my mothership, that'd be great. But not a bad run, but not a great run as well. Where are we going? These guys are kind of going away here. They're all grouped up right here. So I'm going to do is I want to drop up here and just give this guy a little love. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go ahead and jump into his face. Boom, 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 boom. One more. There we go. Now I know that bow is kind of, energy shield breaking, so I was able to get inside and do some damage to him. So do we get this? Yeah, we got this beacon, so we need to get this one. We are the only bot left. So now it's just a matter of, let's just take out as many targets as we can, because I have no illusions about winning this game at this point. So we need to jump over here, hit him with a little love, hit him with a little love. A couple more seconds, I can do another jump here in a second. Come on, get off the wall, And there we go, get a shot in the air. Oh, there's a target right there. Come on. There's a kill. Now, the targeting system was going a bit wonky on me, which that's what happens in this game. Okay, we're down. I'm to the last one. Let's go ahead and just spawn it out. I got 3 raptors left. So, like I said, I have no illusions of winning this game, but I could at least be a pain in their butt. So this is like, let's talk tactics and lose a lot of matches. But sometimes, too, you can't account for what your teammates do. 1.9 million in rewards. I did 7 million, 8 kills, 2 beacon caps. Now, I've got a Brawler's Hanger, so it's not great for capping beacons. So that's another thing you could probably cover at some point. And here's 2. This is what really hurt us. Let's look right down here. Dropper, Underperformer, and then we had a guy with only 1 beacon right there. I had 2 beacons. So, I'm not going to cast too many stones about the beacon caps. We definitely had a dropper and an underperformer, which means we were basically 4v6. And that's what happens in this game. Seldom, it seems lately, are you able to keep a full 6 versus 6 match going. A lot of times it's 5 versus 6. Sometimes it's 4 versus 6. Heck, I've been in matches where it's basically 2 or 3 versus 6. And it just... no rhyme or reason. There's a lot of people just dumping a lot of matches for a lot of different reasons. And that's kind of something I've been grinding about for the last couple of videos. Yeah, you guys who are dumping matches, if you end up in low priority queue, you deserve it. If you've been dumping matches, that's my honest opinion. You don't dump matches. You shouldn't. If you're in free-for-all, fantastic. Dump all the matches you want there. You ain't hurting anyone but yourself. So that's my advice. If you're going to dump matches, go to free-for-all. Do it there. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more match for you guys. And well, this is going to be another nice long video. I like these longer video formats because I get to talk more. And of course, it's all live gameplay, so it's like you guys get to see me at my best or my worst. I will blot that out so you guys don't see it, but it's more than likely a robocaller or a spam caller. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop the curry. Now I'm going to kind of stick close to cover. And this is something, too, I like to tell people to do. Stick close to cover. Because catching yourself out in the open is really, it's a bad spot to be in. Go ahead and drop this here so I get a little bit of fire going. So a little bit, it's giving me some cover fire. It's forcing that Max over there, he's having to stay in a protective spot there. Because I got this guy here, Terror, coming right at me. Let's go ahead and load him up a little bit. Now let's drop this here so he has to sit there and face my particular bot. And I'm just going to go from an angle here. I'll take the assist, even if it's an assist on my own weapons. I don't know. I don't think it's an assist on my own weapons. Has up that, yeah, he got the kill. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the turrets here. Now, we're going to go after this guy. He's going to land behind cover, but I'm going to mitigate that by going around it. And I just got to wait for my weapons to reload. So let's go ahead and chew him up. Here we go. I could have done a little better job of reloading weapons before I got there. Let's go ahead and use the phase shift as a form of concealment. Or, excuse me, I'll say it's cover because no one can hit me long in that mode. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. Boom. Now let's go ahead and make a move on their home beacon here. We got a Harpy right there, which is, you know, it's a tough bot, but it definitely is more than a doable bot to get rid of. Okay, let's go ahead and do the little S moves here. I got a traditionalist Falcon in front of me. That's sweet. It's a good target. I'll take the assist, that works. But definitely that was an interesting. I haven't seen a Falcon like that in a long time. Okay, just kept on firing. I look up and I just keep on firing. Okay, let's go ahead and mash thumbs here. We'll let my turrets do their business till he gets out of his last stand. And that's another thing you should get to know is know what the actual passive modules are and what they do, like that little black mark. Most players know already that that is a last stand. And that gives you a massive dump of defense points, like 900 defense points, just for a few seconds. So you know when something's in that mode, you either stop and not shoot at it, or you just, you know, find something that has damage mitigation, you just shoot right through it. Like my T-Punishers on my Ultimate Fenrir can just absolutely rip those to pieces. Anything with a last stand. Same with my Titan. Okay, let's move it up here. Now we do have to get ourselves, look at that screen up there. What are we missing that we need for a victory? We need beacons. And what's an easier beacon? Would it be the beacon inside there, or would it be the one that's defended by the, I think that's an Eridus. Dude, get out of my way. I don't need you punching into me. Let's go ahead and go into phase shift. That'll give me a couple seconds of protection. Then I will drop my turret right there. And we will take their beacon right here. Then we're going to have to go back and work on this. Let's wait for him to come on. Step out, step out. Can I get a shot on him maybe? Maybe just a little shot right there. Let's go ahead and drop the turret. He's coming back this way. I'm going to hit him with a full round of these here and blow him up. And we got ourselves a Titan coming our way. It's a Luchador. He's going to Frog Splash. So I'm going to get here and I'm going to hit him with the Rust weapons. Get the subdurers rocking and rolling. Okay, who's shooting at me from up on top there? We got ourselves a Feather Destrier. A rather easy target to go after when he's not in stealth. Let's go ahead and drop the turrets on. We can let them finish the job for me. There's a target right there in range. Let's give him a little love. This is what I mean by scanning around. Always know where there's targets. Always figure out where your next shot's going to be. We're going to give this guy a little love here. We're going to give my buddy in blue have to pay to win. Well, yeah, I guess you can call me pay to win. I got all this gear, so I'll still come bail you out, pal. Don't worry. I know you're working on him. You're working on him with an angler. So I'll give you credit for that. Let's go ahead and get him out of there. Looks like it took him down, but I avenged him. That works. Let's get the mothership going, get a little healing, get a little bit of extra, Aegis shield there. He's not in range, so I'm not going to shoot at him yet. So we're going to get up here. I'm going to wait. He's going to come out of his Ravana Transcendence. Let's get up close here. I didn't get the assist on that one. That's sad. Let's go ahead and drop this here, and that's going to occupy him as far as what he's going to be doing on the battlefield with Del Big Luchador. Now let's go ahead and go into phase shift. He's got a little fire. Give him a little love. Drop the turret. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd be the only one over here. So let's go ahead and use a little bit of concealment and cover action. Yeah, we're drawing him. We're drawing him back here. That works. Yeah, he's beat up. We'll take the assist. Always be looking for breakdancing luchadors. I was going to say something, but I was like, okay. Ooh, that's not a T-Falcon. That's just a regular Falcon. That's a nice sticky target right there. There we go. And we got him. Let's wait for his last stand to wear off. And then we will chew him to pieces. There we go. Nice double kill. And we got ourselves Abaddon right there. Let my turrets hit him. And we're going to chew him with the subduers. We're going to help my buddy in blue. He's got a rook. And that's what I mean, too. Get to know the bots. There's so many bots and weapons in the game. You should really learn as many of the weapons and bots, even if you don't have them. Because if you know their ranges, you know how to stay out of their range. Like, I know this guy's running shotguns on here, so I'm just going to kind of sit back and wait for it. And I can just kind of pick them away at distance. That's one thing to be mindful of. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the turret here. We are down on beacons once again. There's an easy target right there. Let's get rid of him. Or maybe he's not an easy target. I thought he was going to be. I'll take the assist, I guess. I was hitting him pretty hard there for a second. Let's cap the beacon. We need 3 beacons. So we got to get moving. Drop this here. We got a luchador sitting here. So he's going to occupy this. I'm going to go and use the mothership. I'm going to run for these beacons over there. I see Hanzuik 79 is running for the beacon over there. So we're going to get 2 more beacons here. And it looks like someone dropped in, so we're 4v3. This is good. Let's go ahead and get this. There's the Bob clan. Nothing that way, nothing that way. Just kind of doing a quick survey. Now we will head back up on top here and see if we can't maybe work on whatever's down here. Right there, there we go. Give him a little love. Boom, 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 boom. Got the turret. 1, I need the hit points. 2, I want to run up on this Lynx. As soon as he comes out of stealth, I want to punch his meal ticket. There we go, and come on, come on, and boom, there we go. Phase shift. And that's why I mean committing to memory. I got kind of a pattern of how I do things when I run certain bots. It's like I know when to hit the phase shift, how I'm going to use that, when I'm going to reload, when I'm going to jump. All my bots, I kind of commit to memory, kind of my game plan of what I'm going to do. Like I know it's very important to know when to drop my turrets and when to use my mothership when it's available. And we can kind of do the dance here and put it together for a Titan kill. That's just knowing what you need to do in the game, guys. And it comes with practice. Oh my gosh, a kid. Oh yes, once we get this beacon. Now, I'm not going to run out of here till this turns blue. Here we go. Let's drop the turret. There we go. There's low-hanging fruit right there. Ophian without his shield. Yeah, that's a nice target. Let's use a little concealment cover, break my line of sight. And, oh, I was going to hope to get the Ophian and then go after the kid. But I use that little structure right there to break my line of sight, break the line of cover, or give me a line of cover so he couldn't shoot me. So finally, we got ourselves a victory. And this one here, 10 beacon caps, 12 kills, 9.9 million. This was really more putting it all together. Using concealment and cover, knowing what my weapons were going to do, knowing where to go on the battlefield, knowing where situational positions are going to be needed to be captured to win. That is putting it all together in the final match. Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you know when I'm dropping it. Stay safe and healthy, guys. Watch out for each other. I'll catch you on the battlefield.